You there. Yes, you. Are you going to have any of these stuffed dormice? Disgusting. Dormice. I can't think of anything more exquisite, to be honest. Shocked by your response. Disgusting dormice. Ah, well, more for me then, foreigner. Apparently you are foreigner. Grazia and io Saturnalia. Do you? You're not from Rome, are you? A true Roman never passes up stuffed dormice. No. I suppose I will have to feed myself. The slaves are all off duty today. Divine. Absolutely divine. You don't know what you're missing. You are missing quite a lot. So, we've already established that you're not from here. So, where are you from? No, actually. Let me guess. It's more fun than playing dice with Flavia. I need new games. Well, you're not a Hun, because you're not swaddled in furs. And you certainly don't. You don't smell like one. That's a relief. I think I'd have to ask you to leave if you were. They're not good with accents, so I'll never guess that way. Besides, your vowels are all over the place. I suspect the answer is woven into that fabric of the robe you're holding. Do you mind if I see it? I think then I will know exactly where you are from. Grazia. As I suspected. This is silk. This is definitely silk. Some of the finest silk I've ever laid hands on, in fact. So if I had to guess, oh, you don't think I can guess? Well, $3 denarius says that I can. Mm-hmm. Oh, honey, you're in Rome on Saturnalia. You best get into the gambling spirit if you're going to get through all of this, all of these festivities. Is everyone from the Levant as boring as you are? No dormouse, no gambling. You are from the Levant, aren't you? Of course you are. Of course you are. You're wearing damascene silk. A slave wearing damascene silk. Only in the Levant. Look, I feel sorry for you. You are here in Rome and you are foreign, you're not from here. And I suppose that's why I have compassion for you. If you're going to get through the next 12 days and nights, mostly nights, you're going to need some help. You really are. Some guidance. Some more wine. Don't you know it's rude to refuse an offer of wine? Very rude. You're wiser than I thought. Maybe you will make it through Saturnalia after all. Maybe you do understand the Roman spirit. But it wouldn't hurt to get out of your head a little bit, to surrender to your senses. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming if you're not familiar with our customs, the Roman customs. You look slightly shell-shocked, I must say. So, do you know anyone here other than your master, your mistress? I didn't think so. I suppose I should be a good hostess and acclimate you to all of this. Let's see. What do you need to know about Saturnalia? I could teach you how to play the thrones, or turni labili, or calculi, lotus, calculorum, or tabla. But I have more important games on my mind tonight. Someone should teach you, but not me. Besides, Saturnalia is all about giving gifts, because the gods demand sacrifices, right? You see, I've been working all year creating a whole list of wrongs to right. As they say, never drag any of last year's business into the new year. Would you like to see my list? My gift list. More like my hit list. Oh, I just, or not. Yeah. It's not as if you can read, but they are in order of priority or importance. Ooh, so you can read. Yes, they are names. They are all the names of people who are very special to me. Would you like your name to be on my list? You're not sure. You are wiser than I thought. I could surprise you too, along with Felix, Hortensia, Eustace, my brother, Adrian, and Cassia, who are already on my list. I've been thinking all year about what to give to them. And after much consideration, I've decided they all deserve the most special of gifts. I still need to put some finishing touches on them. Perhaps you could help me? Perhaps. You're not doing anything else right now. You're certainly not enjoying these dormouse. So why not? We Romans love to give gifts. Especially on Saturnalia. The gods demand sacrifices, and we must appease them. Don't you agree? The gods demand sacrifices. Gods demand sacrifices. Oh, how we love to give gifts, especially Sigillaria. These chintzy little figurines. The tawdrier, the tackier, the better, it seems. This year, Sigillaria, the gods and goddesses are out of fashion. They were all the rage a few years ago. But by now, every Roman has legions of figurines of Hercules, Minerva, Apollo, and Victory. But those are such trifling homages. In troubled times like these, the deities demand something more traditional, something that brings back the spirit of Rome's golden age. So with this in mind, I made some of my own, so I wouldn't have to push through the crowds in the portico of the Baths of Trajan. And so I could put my own personal touch, on these gifts, these Sigillaria. I'll show them to you if you promise not to touch them. If you touch them, you will die. Understand? You will die. Bono, bono, bono. Bono. That's very good for my hand. Sigillaria just aren't complete without a little glaze. Don't you think? And I've created a very special glaze for my Sigillaria. It's brewed from the powders of henbane, nightshade, mandrake, and hellebore. This fusion of herbs lights up the Sigillaria with a very festive glow. You see, it's a rather fierce finishing touch. Yeah. Let me show you. Just one moment and I will show you. For my former lover, Felix, the double handles are cute, aren't they? They symbolize his duplicity so well. Io Saturnalia, Felix. Io Saturnalia. And for Felix's lovely wife, Hortensia. A token of my appreciation for giving Felix everything he deserves. She's a good woman. She's made Felix so much more miserable than I ever could. Io Saturnalia, Hortensia. Io Saturnalia. Amphoras are all the rage this year. For the gods and the goddesses. And this one is for beloved brother, Justus Dominatus. That shrewd fox of a businessman who managed to take my Tuscan villa off my hands in the inheritance. What would I have done with fresh air and all that quiet and grapes fresh off the vine? That dump was probably going to be the ruin of me anyway. Couldn't you think? Io Saturnalia, you solstice, io Saturnalia. Only 2 gifts left. And you know, it was tough choosing who should receive these. On the one hand, I do owe a debt to Camilla, my grammar tutor from girlhood, whose lessons on life have haunted me to this very night. If she hadn't schooled me in the horrors of matrimony, I just wouldn't have experienced the joys of third wheel single life. Oh, what a debt I owe to you. And then there's the affection in my heart for my dear friend, who always so graciously reminds me of how my days of attracting suitors are probably far behind me. Oh, but then there's Silvana, who so generously bolstered my reputation by circulating stories of our scandalous summer in Pompeii. So amusing. And that so amusing story about me, and how I supposedly paid to watch a coupling with a swine. Oh, Grazia Silvana, grazia. What's a reputation good for anyway? Yes, any of them would have been good candidates to receive any of these gifts. These henbane, mandrake, hellebore, nightshade glazed, sigillaria. But because the gods demand sacrifices, I have to give these to Cassia and Adriana, because the gods demand sacrifices. The gods demand sacrifices. Yes, the gods demand sacrifices. Payment is due to these 2 disseminators of the truth of this new God from Galilee or Nazareth or something. I mean, how else do you reward the good work of these messiahs spreading this new superstition that put ideas of freedom and equality in the heads of my slaves? By Jove, what do you get? Such compassionate compatriots who convince your best slaves to run away and join a cult. Why this? Of course. It is, after all, Emperor Domitian's law. It is law. The law demands it. And the gods demand sacrifices. The gods demand sacrifices. Would you look at that? Fortune is smiling down on you. There's an there someone you would like to give a gift to? That's the spirit. That's the spirit. So who is the lucky recipient? Shamura. Shamura. Your mistress. Your master, of course. Well, here you are then. Remember, you must not touch it. You mustn't touch it at all. Let me put the finishing touches on it for you. For the glory of Saturn and his consorts, Ops and Rhea. May the weapons of our enemies be destroyed. May our sacrifices usher in a new golden age, an age of abundance and prosperity. Now, I must cleanse my hands, because it is not quite my time yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Io Saturnalia, io Saturnalia, io Saturnalia. Io Saturnalia, io Saturnalia. Libertas sum, libertas sum. I have been freed. I have been freed.